If you've been feeling off or disconnected from yourself, you're not alone. And it's not because you lack discipline. When you're caring for aging parents or navigating midlife, it's easy to think you've lost who you are. But here's the part no one tells you. You haven't lost your identity. You've simply just run out of capacity. In this video, I'm going to show you how to feel like yourself again without the pressure of a total life overhaul. We're going to talk about small and gentle shifts that actually work. You don't need to become a different woman. You just need to come back to yourself. So let's get into it. Have you ever looked in the mirror at yourself and thought, when did I stop feeling like myself? Not dramatic, not broken, just disconnected from yourself. And what makes it worse is that every solution online almost starts the same. And it's just so exhausting. Wake up at 5 a.m., change your mindset, start a new routine, reinvent yourself. Does any of that sound like you? Does it sound like something that you even want to do? But what if the reason that you feel lost is that you're already carrying too much? As a caregiver for many years, I've learned something very important. Most women don't need an overhaul, they need a return to themselves. When women tell me they don't feel like themselves anymore, it's not because they're unmotivated or because they're lazy. It's because they've been in survival mode for so long that they stop hearing their own needs. You become this woman who handles everything, supports everyone, and you even push through exhaustion. And then slowly you start to disconnect from creativity, from joy, from rest, desire, even your own voice. You stop asking, what do I need? And start asking, what do I need to do next? This is something that I help women through my Calm Reset session, because sometimes what you don't need is more productivity advice. What you need is a space to finally just exhale. One of the biggest lies that I've heard women being told is that transformation has to be something very dramatic. But real healing is often very small. Making tea before getting your day started, is sitting in silence for 5 minutes, taking a walk without trying to optimize it, is lighting a candle at the dinner table before you eat instead of standing at the kitchen counter eating out of your Pyrex or Tupperware. And these tiny moments matter because they send a message to your nervous system that says, I am safe enough to return to myself. And that's where self-trust begins, not in force, but in gentleness. So let's talk about 3 things that will help you feel like yourself without overhauling your life. Are you ready? So the first step in feeling like yourself again, it isn't a big change. I know you may be thinking it, but what it is it's a small step. And it's a small, tiny promise. That's it. You're in the thick of caring for an aged parent. You break promises to yourself all the time. We say we'll rest, but then we don't. We say we'll eat better. We'll go to the farmer's market. Self-trust is the foundation of burnout recovery for most women. So I want you to make one micro promise today. Maybe it's drinking 1 glass of water before your coffee, or sitting in the car for 2 minutes of silence before you walk into the house. The goal isn't the water or the silence. It's proving to your brain that when you say you're going to do something for you, you actually do it. Habit number 2 is about coming back to your body. When you're overwhelmed, you're living entirely in your head, planning, worrying, and managing. To reconnect to yourself, you have to drop back into your senses. And I call these the sensory anchors. It can be the smell of lavender on your wrist. It can be the warmth of a mug between your hands. Or it can be just your feet on the floor, feeling grounded. So for 30 seconds, just stop managing the world and feel the tea. I know it sounds too simple to work, right? But it's the way we tell our nervous system that it's okay to come out of survival mode. Before I share the 3rd habit, I want you to do one thing for me right now. I want you to take a breath right now. A deep breath. Go on, do it. If this is resonating with you, or if you've been feeling that caregiver fog, then go on and leave me a comment below and let me know. I read every comment. I absolutely do. I want this to feel like a space where you can actually be seen. The third habit is what I like to call identity minute, because we're often defined by our roles, right? I am a caregiver. I am a mother. I am a CEO. I am a manager. I am a business owner. So we're defined by these roles, but how to feel like yourself again and to reconnect to yourself again is remembering the woman underneath the roles. So I want you to start taking 60 seconds to do something for that version of you. Maybe listen to a song that you loved in your 20s. Or maybe you read a book that has nothing to do with health, lifestyle, home decor, or caregiving. It's 1 minute of being Milan or Carol or Jennifer or whoever you are when no one needs anything from you. And that 1 minute is your lighthouse. It helps you from drifting too far from yourself, because sometimes we can drift so far from the lighthouse that we can't bring ourselves back again. So have those moments, those 60 seconds just for you, remembering who you are beneath everything else. If you've been thinking, I don't have 60 seconds. Okay, girlfriend, I'm going to give you my permission slip, because you are allowed to feel tired. You are allowed to feel like you have lost your way. It is okay to not be okay. And especially if you're in a season of caregiving or a season of change. Healing or reconnecting to yourself, it isn't a marathon. Burnout recovery for women isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about clearing space so you can actually breathe again. If you only do one thing today, then let it be this. Stop punishing yourself for being human. The version of the woman who already trusts herself is already there. She just needs consistency, not pressure. If you've been feeling disconnected from yourself lately, I just want you to know you don't have to become a whole new woman overnight. Sometimes healing, it begins the moment you stop abandoning yourself in the name of productivity. And if this video spoke to you, then let me know in the comments. What's one small thing that makes you feel like yourself again? And if you need support calming the overwhelm and reconnecting to yourself again, I'll leave the Calm Reset session in the link below. Start right here if you're ready to live beautifully again.